Wasn't this embarrassing? Didn't you think? I mean, to me, I think that you see footage like this, and we're talking, of course, about the footage of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry arriving in New York City ahead of her Times 100 speech, you know. And I suppose the only thing Harry must be thinking as he climbed out of the car and looked beyond grim, I don't think I've ever seen him look as totally disinterested, totally unhappy, but more importantly, being forced to be there. And the real story behind this particular visit to New York City is very tragic indeed, because when you think about it, Meghan Markle, even in her most clarity sort of moments, must know that nobody wanted to know her before she married rich. You know that famous saying about, well, you know, don't sort of moan if you're rich. Well, this is the problem that Meghan Markle, in her most deepest, darkest moments, must realise, of course, that nobody wanted to know her until she married into the world's most famous family. And of course, her, well, entree into anything is this man, whose role is now very much diminishing. And it's all thanks to her. She's pushing it further and further down. How humiliating when he got out of the car. She just ignored him, virtually like he was there to just close the door and follow behind her. Now, the real story goes, is my staff that tell me, is that, you know, he doesn't want to overshadow her. This is her moment. All eyes are on him, because what we're seeing is a man literally falling apart in front of our very eyes. Meghan's oblivious to this because she's too busy gasping and being delighted in the fact that there's fans. There were no fans. Despite everybody being told, nobody was there. The 4-car motorcade, along with her security, there was no need for it. But she's blinkered. She got out the car and believed that people were there for her. Look around, look at the footage. There's nobody there. But it gets even worse because, according to a very well-placed source, the bigger problem really for Meghan Markle is without Prince Harry, this would never have happened. Let me explain. Morning, good to see you, chums. Thank you so much for your time today, as ever. Nice to have your company. It is a fascinating thing, you know, when you look at the bigger picture of Meghan and Harry, because clearly what you're seeing is a couple that are literally splintering. They're falling apart at every level because, you know, she's pushing ahead with what she really wanted to do, which was to become some kind of influencer, very famous and a billionaire. Harry's role always really wanted to step back from the public gaze, move on and not have the hullabaloo. I truly believe he wanted to do good work, and I truly believe he liked being in the Invictus Games. That was a passion project for him. But that's now been washed away, all because of the celebritydom of what Meghan Markle brings. If you remember recently in People magazine, he allegedly said that he supports every single thing that his wife does. What, ignoring you as you get out the car? With a world stage looking at you? And then, of course, he's got to trail behind. But behind the scenes, I was told that what they really wanted to do was have a sit down with Harry, literally. And he even thought that, you know, if that were possible, then, you know, could this happen at the 11th hour? Now, of course, unverified reports also claim that there was a fee involved, but the fee had to have the two of them. Hence the reason Harry has to trail around like some bag lady with his wife. Nobody wants to pay Meghan Markle to come up and speak. Her team have tried a lot of angles to see if they could get her on that speaking circuit. You know, the ones where politicians normally go on, or ex-MPs, things like that, and they go around the world inspiring people with talks. It can be very lucrative. Well, it appears that nobody wants to hear about Meghan's jam, or indeed her founder's podcast, or archetypes, or 40 times 40. What they want is Prince Harry. He is the catch. Her agency know that, and that's the reason why he has to simply turn up. Time magazine, of course, the bottom line for them is they got what they needed. He appeared. And that's why he truly looked very unhappy. According to a very well-placed source behind the scenes, Harry simply wanted to stay behind and be with the children. Meghan, if you remember, claims on camera that, well, you know, she just hopes she got back in time, as Archie may lose one of his front teeth. Apparently, that is true, and that is the case. And Harry didn't want to go. But because his wife insisted, and more importantly, without him, she doesn't have that profile, then he has to go along. This is the life that Harry is now allegedly trapped in. whatever she wants, he has to go along with, because as he found out recently, coming back to the United Kingdom, sadly for him, his own father, his elder brother, and immediate family members seemingly are now all too busy. They've washed their hands. And Harry now, as you can see from that picture, is a man trapped in the abyss of where his life truly now is. Either way, things are only going to get worse. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.